We're going to start with a moment of silence for those that have been murdered. Some of the names we know, most of the names we will never know. North Shore Juneteenth Association has been around since 2017. Each year we adjust to the needs of our community. Each year we see how much an organization like ours is needed. Each year we realize that we are doing work that needs to be done. This year, as protesters gather in the streets demanding justice for Black lives, it is apparent that we are on the right track, changing the narrative about Black Americans that has been force-fed to society. North Shore Juneteenth Association exists to shed light on the positive, to tell the true story, to take control of the narrative, and to tell of our success, resilience, and strength. Not only do we tell the stories, we give examples of them. During our Black History event, we put on display examples of success, resilience, and strength in our community, in our city of Lynn, Massachusetts, with our Black Excellence display. Since 2017, we have organized a Hats and Heels High Tea led by our Vice President, Jacquelyn Fitzhugh. This tea is a chance for the community to discuss and learn about pressing issues in the Black community. I have to mention our family-friendly sip and paint, where families are invited to paint the Juneteenth flag while learning about the holiday and African Americans who have gained acclaim through the arts. We are an organization with the mission of giving back to our community while sharing positive images and aspects of Black American culture and people. We are happy to have those watching and those present at this year's Juneteenth flag raising. I would like to acknowledge our members: my husband, James McClain, April Deaver Mosley, Tamara Kinney, Erica Seals, Jacquelyn Fitzhugh, our Vice President, Andrea Valentine, and Wendy Joseph. And at this moment, I would like to bring our Vice President, Jackie Fitzhugh, up for our invocation.
Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate the support. And I feel bad that it's under these circumstances, but I'm just glad that we are able to raise the flag. One of the things I think about is the faith of African Americans and how that has sustained us through so many trials and tribulations. So for me, I would just like to bring a short prayer about the circumstances that are going on. And I just ask you to bow your heads with me, and I ask that God would be with us, that He would be with our nation, that He would be with our world, because these things are happening around the world. And I just pray for understanding, I pray for peace, but I also pray that we stay engaged, that we continue to protest, that we bring these needed changes about. And I ask that each person here would continue to do the work necessary. And I just thank you, and I know that all of you will be working hard to make a difference in our nation. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to play. At this time, I would like to bring our mayor, Thomas McGee, to the podium. We would like to thank Lynn City Hall for allowing us to have our flag raising in front of City Hall this year. Thank you.
We have to acknowledge more needs to be done in this city together to ensure that we all understand that what was in the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal. That, and it was really powerful to me the other day at the rally in the protest on the Common when the Pledge of Allegiance was recited. and the last lines of it, liberty and justice for all. It's so powerful. Those are powerful words, but those powerful words need to be a reality here, and that means that action, working together, is how we get to that place, and we can't lose sight of that. So let's today be a step in the right direction to recognize the important contributions that the Black community and communities of color have done for this city. You know, I always talk about, and to our country, I always talk about Lynn, and I feel strongly about this. I've lived here all my life. This is a city that really, our strength is our diversity. And I think it's more important to recognize that today, that our diversity continues to be our strength. And by working together and to understand the realities of every person that lives in this community, and work together that we all are created equal, and liberty and justice for all starts here in the city of Lynn, and we're going to work on that together. So I'm proud to be here with all of you as we raise the flag in celebration of Juneteenth in the city of Lynn. Thank you for asking me to speak.
Our Superintendent, Patrick Tutwiler, pre-recorded some words for us to hear. So I'm going to play those words for you.
I am thrilled to have a participatory role in this year's Juneteenth celebration. In my humble opinion, celebrating in the virtual format takes nothing away from the depth of its meaning. When I was a middle schooler living in Austin, Texas, Juneteenth was a huge, huge celebration. A quick historical fact, Texas was the first state to recognize Juneteenth, or Emancipation Day, as a formal holiday. You can imagine the kind of celebrations happening then and continuing to this day. I am so thrilled we are celebrating this important day right here in Lynn. Historically, we know what the day means, but I think it has a contemporary meaning as well. This day is about triumph, overcoming something, and it is celebrated with togetherness. I can't think of two more important concepts in the present context: overcoming something and sticking together. As I see it, Juneteenth will always have important historical meaning, but it also has timeless relevance. I celebrate with this community and beyond on this important day. Thank you.
The song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, is the Black National Anthem, and it will be sung today by Tunisha and Martina Campbell.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the roaring sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with the steady beat have not our weary feet come to a place for which our
other side. We have come over a way that which tears have been watered. We have come treading the path through the blood of the slaughtered, and out through the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
I would like to again thank everybody for coming out. And in closing, I would like to say, please register to vote and then vote.
Hello, I'm Nicole Mcclain. I'm the founder and president of North Shore Juneteenth Association, and we're happy to have you watching our Juneteenth celebration, be it virtually this year, to keep with social distancing guidelines. North Shore Juneteenth Association has been around since 2017, and we have various events and programs that expose all cultures to positive images and aspects of African American culture. Some of those events include our Black Excellence 5K, our Hats and Heels High Tea, our kid-friendly paint night, and a couple of other events that we intend to continue year after year. Thank you for tuning in to this year's virtual Juneteenth celebration 2020.
Hi, my name is Jacquelyn Fitzhugh, and I'm co-chair of the North Shore Juneteenth Association. Welcome and thank you for attending our virtual Juneteenth celebration. I'd like to say that one of the things that we have done over the years is we have had a lot of activities that entertain our young people. We educate them, we teach them, we have a lot of STEM activities. This year we're not able to have that. Our Juneteenth celebration will mostly be entertainment, but we are still grateful to be standing. We hope that your family is well and we get through this COVID and continue to register to vote, legislate, and let's make a difference. Thank you.
And now we're very excited to bring Eva Davenport to the microphone. She's going to be singing the Black National Anthem for us. Lift Every Voice and Sing is the Black National Anthem. Look it up, but you're gonna hear it live right now.
Everybody sing along with me if you can, all right? I'm gonna snap to it too so we can keep rhythm. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that our dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Thank you. This is a day, a moment in history. You're all so amazing for being here. And I'm so grateful to Nicole and her husband and her team for doing this and educating all of us and bringing us together in this way. I just want to support you more and more, and we will connect. Bless all of you. Thank you so much.
There it is. I am not brave. I am afraid. I act out of fear, knowing that that black person under your knee could be my child, my nephew, my cousin, me. I am not courageous. I am worried. I am scared. So I make you see me, hoping that if you see me, if you hear me, future generations will be spared. I cried last night when I came face to face with the truth, when I realized my real motivation is self-preservation. Imagine that, having to put ourselves in front of a bullet to live, in harm's way so that tomorrow others will survive. Then we must remember how many of our black ancestors have already died. We are their dream realized. Thank you. And I would like to now bring Pastor Andre Bennett to speak. Thank you, Pastor Bennett.
You hear the chimes. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. We want justice. We want it now. No justice, no peace. You see, in about 1615, between 1615 and 1617, they loaded up some ships from the motherland, Africa, and they set sail for the New World. And in 1619, the ship landed, and off came a set of people in chains and bondage. What we weren't necessarily told is that many didn't make it to the New World. You see, some died in the belly of that ship. Some who suffered pandemics and died, they were tossed overboard. And the ocean hosts the bones of those who didn't make it. But the strongest of Africans made it to the New World to till the soil so an empire could be built on their backs. Why am I sharing that? Because when you look at me, when you see this person standing here, the strongest of African blood is running through my vein. Because my foreparents made it to the land. And only the strongest made it to the land. So what you see around us, we are not weak people. We are not weak, we are strong. There is strength and courage that is flowing through our bones. And we tilled this soil and we labored. We never gave up. We never stopped. You see, our foreparents were put on blocks and they were sold. You see, they did everything they could to break us. They sold mothers one way, and they sold children to another, and they sold fathers to another. They stripped us of our names and our identities, and they gave us the names and the identities of those who bought us. But we never stopped because we are a strong people. We kept fighting because we knew that a day was coming where we would see freedom.